Hi, this is Andrew Moore Crispin, and this is How Do I Use Windows Phone 7 on Butterscotch.com. Today we're taking a look at apps and the Marketplace. So by default, the Marketplace icon will appear on your Start menu. You can see it right here. Tap on that to launch. Now it will take a little bit to do your initial load up, but once you've been in there a couple times, it'll pretty much take about 2 seconds like you just saw there. So first things first, we're seeing the different paneled interface here. Here we see a featured panel. We can browse by categories here. We see the top rated downloads here. These are new games and new apps that have just hit the store. Featured apps. And now we're back to our featured screen. Now on this main Marketplace screen, we can actually see messages that were being sent. If we had any updates that appear here, it would say 1 or 2 or 3 updates. Tap on that to perform those updates. In this case, we have 2 downloads. Tap on that. And now we're into our downloads area. Now, as we're downloading applications, we'd see the status bars moving along here. These are actually a couple of downloads that failed, and not entirely sure why, which is a bit of a problem. So if, for example, we tap on this one, it's saying can't play or download, there's a problem with the license. So not really getting the greatest error messages there, but every once in a while you will find an app that just doesn't quite install properly. I'm guessing that Microsoft is still working out the kinks with that a little bit. But let's take a look at installing an app that actually works. So here, like I said, we can browse by category. Let's go have a quick look at news and weather. Now again, we're seeing the paneled interface and the initial load. So we can see top, new, free, and categories. Now categories will be helpful when there's thousands of apps in the App Store. As it stands right now, just a few, so the categories tab isn't actually being used very much. So any application that we see in this list here, we can tap to get more detail. So let's have a look at weather. We'll see the price up here. We'll see ratings as well as the number of ratings. We'll see a brief description from the developer here. We can also see a few screenshots as well as some end user reviews. If we tap on a screenshot, we get more detail. And we can slide through the screenshots like this. Hit the back button to go back into the menu item. Now we can choose to share. We can choose to send it to a contact via email. In this case, we're convinced, so we just want to install. Now if we were purchasing a paid application, we would have to actually tie a credit card with our account on Zune.net. In this case, we're downloading a free application, so we just choose to either allow or disallow. Now, it's going to give us a bit of detail about what elements of the phone the application actually wants to use. So in this case, it's asking to be allowed to access our location. We'll get a better weather read that way, so we're going to allow that. Now we get one last chance to back out. If this was a paid purchase, you might want to seriously consider it, and we click on Install. So now we can see the status bar. That was pretty quick. If we check Install here, we'd actually see on the Downloads button, we'll see a new application has been added. And now we see that it's currently installing, and there we go. We now have the application installed. So we'll go back home and find it. It might be in our menu screen here, but more likely it's going to appear on this side. Filed alphabetically, that was called Weather, so we'll find it down the bottom here. And we can choose to, as always, we can either launch it from here, or we can choose to pin to start. This is also important. We can also see we now have a new context option. As this isn't a pre-bundled application, we can choose to uninstall or rate and review. In this case, we're just going to pin it to our Start menu. And there we have our new application. So let's jump back into the Marketplace really quickly and have a quick look at if we were, for example, looking for a very specific application, how we can find that. So here we're loaded up into the Marketplace. All we have to do is tap on the search button, and now we'll be doing a context-sensitive search of the Marketplace. So we could search for whatever application we wanted. In this case, we just grabbed weather, but we'll have a quick look for that anyway. See what other options we had. Now we can see all the entries in the Marketplace that actually use the term weather. And that term just has to appear either in the title or in keywords or in description or tags. Let's go have a quick look for an app that we'd actually have to pay for. There are plenty of free ones in the store, but in many cases you are going to want to actually pony up for a better quality of application. So we can see our top rated downloads. We see prices appearing in small print here. So in this case, let's try GPS meter. So same format here. We can see a description and some screenshots. In this case, we want to click on Buy. It's going to ask us again whether we'll allow this data to be accessed. We're going to allow that. And this is the screen that we'd actually see if there was a trial option. You'd see it on one of these screens, either this screen or if we back up. In some cases, you would actually see it appearing on the main listing here. Many applications do allow for a try before you buy option. Apparently, this isn't one of them. So that's a quick look at using applications and the marketplace on Windows Phone 7. For How Do I on Butterscotch.com, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin. Thanks for watching.